Is Emiko Queen. We're going to get into the good, we're going to get into the bad, and we're going to get into the laurels. Alright, so on tonight's episode, Oliver's sister that everybody didn't know was her sister except for, you know, the completely obvious, reveals that she is her sister. She is his sister. And Oliver finds out, and Renee teams up with her. Let's just get into it. So, first off, the good.
No.
If I have to be fair, Emiko Queen has been one of the best female protagonists in the show as of late.
Alright, now for the bad.
My bad for this episode is Emiko Queen. So, let me get this straight. You've been untouchable all the beginning of the season. Like, you were better than the Green Arrow from first season. And now you start slipping up. You get popped in the arm by rent-a-cops.
I have issues with Emiko too. Her portrayal was good, but because the writing is garbage, like, there's a lot of whiffs in that shit. For one, the biggest one, I'm just gonna get the biggest one out of the ether out there already. So you've been tracking down the people that killed your mother for about a year now, and you pinned it down to this one guy, and it turns out the guy was not even in the country for that entire year.
You could have researched this.
Exactly! And it's not like this was information that she couldn't find out, because after he told her, she was like, checked out. Like, for real?
That was a Google check.
Exactly! Like, all this time, you didn't know that?
Bad.
So, can I continue the badness of Emiko Queen? So she had been tracking this guy down for a year, right? And it was exactly a year when her mother got shot and killed, right?
Yeah.
How did he get so good? How did she get so good?
Well, I guess it only takes a year because apparently that's all you need is a ball and arrow from Dick's Sporting Goods.
But you see how that doesn't make sense? Like, the whole only having a year thing,
It's dumb.
it accounts for the fact why she got shot up like she did, but it doesn't account for the fact of how fast she got as good as she did.
And my thing is if you learned that Robert Queen had died, because I'm pretty sure this was big news, especially when Oliver came back, why not come to the Queen family?
Exactly. That was another big elephant in the room for me, because come to find out, Emiko and her mom didn't live in, like, Korea or something.
No, they stayed down the street. They stayed down the goddamn street. I thought he would have crossed country to get him some booty. This was down the street.
Exactly. But I wonder if they're gonna do this. It would make sense why Mora was so hung up on blowing up the glade.
Damn.
Because she took the letter, because Walter never got the letter. She took the letter and didn't tell anybody that this family exists. And I know it may seem overkill, but, like, as we see, rich people blow up their problems on error.
Piggybacking off that, the damn letter is pissing me off. I get the writers are elementary, but the fact that Oliver finds the letter just moving junk the same day.
He didn't even, it wasn't even like under stuff.
No, it was
right
very
on
top. Which
Like, he didn't find this shit sooner?
No, it was so top. He literally picked up a box and it was on top.
No, I mean like sooner as in like seasons ago.
Exactly.
This motherfucker has not lived where he is now.
It was in storage.
Yeah, it was
when they came back.
But that storage had to have moved since the season 1 shit.
I guess, because they don't live in. Because you're right. Unless it was in storage before season 1. But I know what you're thinking. Didn't they move that stuff out of the Queen home into storage?
Who put it in storage?
Exactly. Well, that bears the point. You just said Warren Queen is willing to blow up a city to hide a baby, but she won't burn a goddamn letter.
I was gonna say that. Exactly.
Take in mind, this is headcanon.
But my thing is, why did she keep the letter and Warren know about it? Burn the thing. Then nobody would have known about it.
Exactly.
My bad was This episode was just boring.
It was boring as shit.
Oh, hell. The first like 15, 20 minutes I was playing on my phone.
This was. Did anything move? Did
Nothing.
anything progress?
Nothing. We learned that Emiko isn't as badass as we thought she was.
Oliver was in 2 rooms the entire episode.
And that was the most boring part of you.
I'll tell you
because here's the thing. When you juxtapose the scene where Oliver is talking to Felicity against the scene where Renee finds out Emiko's connection, which, by the way, why the fuck did Renee need to be there? But we'll get to that in a minute. It's clear whose scene was the most compelling, and it wasn't Oliver. Trust me, it wasn't the scene with them in it.
So I kind of have a theory about Oliver's scenes too. I kind of think they filmed some of that stuff.
Yeah, the crossover stuff was happening at this time, I think.
I kind of think they filmed some of that stuff before the crossover.
But-
Because he was acting like he was kind of angry with Felicity before like the half-hour jump, and then after the half-hour jump, like everything was cool. And I think he was going off of the assumption that they were still beefing before the crossover.
My last bad has to be the fact that everybody's end game is blowing up the goddamn city. Can we get some creativity with the villains? Everybody and their grandma want to go blow the goddamn city.
Alright, it is now time for the laurels. Who wants to go first?
I got a minor one before we kicked off. It was at the beginning of the episode. That big foreheaded
CSU.
Yeah,
CSI.
you're annoying. Never act in anything ever again. Just stop. Stop!
My lore for this episode has to be the fact that, okay, Oliver's dad has his family. And I'm thinking it was like when he was young. No, it was when he was an old ass man. You could just send him a couple of checks. Did they have to live in the glaze broke?
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
I mean, you cared so much that you could slide him a couple of thousand here and there.
Like even Moira offered Oliver's, baby mama, $1 million.
Exactly. She wouldn't have to work for the rest of her life. But you gonna tell me you let Kimiko and her mom eat top ramen?
My lord, it's taken how many seasons for Oliver to realize that his dad ain't shit?
Yes!
Like every season we have this revelation that my father was a bum.
They hit the reset button every season.
But here's my problem, and thank you for bringing that up. Okay, my dad wasn't safe. No, he wasn't. First of all, he killed the man to save you. He killed an innocent man to save you.
That man had a family.
That man had a family and everything. Number 2, your mama has had sex with somebody out of wedlock. She fucked Merlin. Your daddy has been passing his seed around like he trying to grow a new forest. And your parents trying to blow up a city full of innocent people. And you still trying to tell me it's hard to believe that they're evil fucking people. How? How at this point?
So, Robert's actions don't match up because I don't understand where it's all connecting. I realize he's a scumbag and everything, but like everything he seems to be doing is kind of all random. And I feel like it makes me question like whether we're supposed to actually dislike him or like him.
So here's the thing. I wasn't joking around when I said this shit about Moira. It makes perfect sense now why Robert was like gave Oliver the list of people to save the Glade. His boo thing was in the Glade. He didn't like Moira. Moira was a fucking
sociopath.
Exactly. So he found a woman that he genuinely was in love with, but he was like, "Fuck, I'm still married."
He couldn't say, "Dear Oliver, your mom's a bitch."
And he probably He probably didn't want to tell Oliver about the baby because he was like, that's some heavy shit to throw.
That list was a revenge list.
It was a list of all the people that was planning because the whole shit about fucking up the Glade was a organization of all the 1%ers in Star City.
And for all we knew, Robert knew that Merlin was smashing his wife in the first place.
Exactly.
I was going to ask that. Who came first, Thea or Emiko?
Thea.
Feels older than him.
So you think so? Well, see, here's the thing. Does that make Emiko a revenge baby?
No, because if she was a revenge baby, then Robert wouldn't give a fuck about what happens in the Glade. And what's the point of a revenge baby if nobody else know about it? He hid that.
Probably hit it for
I don't mean revenge baby as in he
like
fucks
he
a
revenge
rando and then brings the baby and like, look what I made without you. What I mean is like he found out that she cheated on him and then he fucked another chick and had a baby by her.
He found out that it wasn't his. He played Love Don't Live Here No More and got it.
I think he genuinely was in love with this girl. He found someone else. He wasn't really in love with Mora. Mora wasn't really in love with him.
He had to have had some kind of love for her.
I mean, like, it probably faded away, though. But let me get into my Laurel.
Okay.
So, my Laurel, I'm surprised none of y'all mentioned it yet, but, like, Diaz. Why are we still harping on Diaz?
Oh my God! Why are we still stroking off the suicide squad? Let it go.
The ghost program. We can't say Suicide Squad.
Oh my Lord! I accidentally made it slip. I did not mean the Suicide Squad.
All of his scenes, you couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying.
I will say retroactive good. They did put a bomb in his neck.
Yeah, they should have done that.
That retroactively will not work.
But yeah, that's true too. But my thing is like, why are we cutting deals with this motherfucker? You tell him that this is the deal, and then when he gives you the information you want to know, you be like, all right, take him back to his cell.
Why you gotta be straight
What about the deal? Motherfucker, this is Arkansas. We don't make deals with criminals. throw away my key.
Why do you have to tell the truth to criminals?
Exactly. Punch him in the face and then say, guard, he attacked me, put him in solitary for 6 months.
You mean a terrorist?
Yeah, exactly.
And then say he called you a racial slur. He attacked me and called me the N-word.
And Dick will be like, damn, that was fucked up.
My last Laurel is Wild Dog. You know, snitched on everybody, and now you mad because you all by yourself and nobody wants to play with you anymore. Forget you.
Like, man, just get these guys off the show already. Wild Dog, Curtis, maybe even Dinah too. Like, they've outlived their usefulness.
Just cancel the show, to be honest with you. I'm dead fucking serious. Like, at this point,
because even Oliver has outlived his person on the show. he literally did not do anything this episode. It was fucking boring. And while we own Wild Dog,
ooh, the last Laurel.
That shitty ass, oof.
The hair,
that
future
wig.
hair, future wig, dude.
That's the worst wig yet on Arrow.
I was
I won't say all that. Shit. We think some
shittier wigs.
That wig,
like
Wild Dog's wig looked like it came with a collection plate and a free turkey sandwich.
And the future shit, we still don't know what this is leading up to. Like,
apparently, Wild Dog is also now working with villains.
I don't even know who the fuck that was. That was with him.
A new cabal is going to blow up Star City. Whatever.
There's always a new cabal.
Like, with a white man dressed in a suit.
For some reason, that's
the writers go to. The writers are like, what do we do? Dartboard, blow up city with a what? Cabal.
Like that, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Let's close it out.
All right. So that concludes another episode of That Arrow Show.
This is what they bring back after the mid-season break.
I told you they blew their load on Elseworlds and thought Elseworlds would carry them the whole season.
They blew their load 3 seasons ago because this season started off like garbage and it's just been continuous garbage ever since.
Well, like and subscribe. We have more content coming out every week, and stay caught up as we try to power through this. But until next time, peace.